Hey, what's up, YouTube? Thanks for joining me here at Paid to Trade. Today, I'm going to do a quick weekly recap using my zone trading strategy. So, if you'd like to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Okay, so just quickly going over some things that happened this week in the market. Definitely had a really nice uptrend. We made some really big moves this past week. And as you can see, we did a lot of bouncing around right off of these zones. Now, I wish I could say I captured every move that hit a zone, but my trading was kind of weird this week. I was doing some overnight trading, trading somewhere between the hours of, let's say, 8 p.m. and like 1 a.m. And then I ended up taking some trades throughout the day as well. So for the most part, I kept it small, but once the week really started moving, I ended up over trading a little bit. So I'll touch on that in just a moment. But as you can see, we did some bounces off of these zones. And as we went from zone to zone, we started seeing some resistance, we failed, and then we picked it right back up in the lower zone and headed off into the new one. And then even though we failed a little bit, we held. And so as we were holding, then you're sure enough to know that we're going to push back into that zone. So you're looking for another entry into that zone. All right. And so catching little bounces right around the entry to the zone was great for some little scalps and even some longer runs. So I was taking some scalps as well as like a scalp and run. So I'd take a short scalp and then I'd just trail my last little bit of position. And that netted in some pretty decent gains. So overall, I think I did pretty well. I did struggle once we were kind of in between zones. I dropped the ball a little bit, and so my win-loss ratio was going down to about 50%. So not proud of that, but my winners were still bigger than my losers. So all those days, even though I was about half right, netted in some profitable days. And so I'm actually going to show you my profit right now because I haven't been posting videos this past week, but I figured I'd just give you a quick update on how that looks. But overall, you can see, though, these zones played out pretty nice. And, as I've said in my other videos, it's not perfect, but it gives me like a good idea of what to do, where we can add on to a position or maybe where I might want to get out, definitely tighten up my stop. Like for instance, as you're pushing up into this zone here, you can see we're going to see some resistance. So you tighten up your stop because if it kicks out, right here, this line, we're at 154.05. We came all the way down to 153.73. Okay, so a bit of a drop. I don't know if that's something you'd want to hold through. I definitely don't want to hold through that much, giving back. So I keep it a little tight. But you wait for confirmation that we're going to be holding an area, and so once you see a candle like that, then you're waiting for a push up. So you're looking for a good entry, and this is on the 15 minute. So if you scale down to, let's say, like a 5 minute or 3 minute, you might see some better entries once we start closing in the zone. The 5 minutes probably preferred, but 3 minutes not so bad. I don't like to see or trade on anything under than that. That I think it's too fast and it doesn't tell the right story. Overall, you're looking for a good story to be told. But anyway, so pushing up, coming out of this zone, coming back down, you can see there's great spots for a quick retest. Now, this isn't a move where you can just take it all the way to the next zone. I mean, you would hope for that, but stocks are going to go up and down, and then they're going to consolidate, and they're going to keep moving. They're never just going to go straight up. It's not typical. So, I mean, this was a pretty straight up move, but it's like you're not going to expect it just to shoot straight up like this. Not typically, unless you're trading some CPI news or something like that, or FOMC just came out, and maybe you'll catch that kind of a move in 1 5-minute candle. But I don't trade that kind of stuff. I stay away from that, and I wait. For one, you can blow up your account really easy. Two, it usually goes against the rules depending on who you're funded with. With Apex, they kind of frown upon that. So, if you aren't trading at that exact moment, you'll be okay. So just make sure you're out of the trade beforehand, and you're not in it too soon just after. So you just got to give it a couple minutes just to be safe. But I usually give it more time than that because you want to let things settle a little bit and then let something appear that makes sense before you enter, especially after all that volatility. But anyhow, like these quick little trades, though, bounce off of this zone here. I mean, this is ideal. This candle here, I'm showing here on the 15 minute, the range on that's 22 points. So within 15 minutes, you could have snagged a quick 20 points, or even 15. And 15 points, if you're trading minis, that's pretty good money, especially trading a couple. So most of my trades incorporated me using about 2 contracts. In some cases, I did scale up to 3, but overall, I kept it pretty small. So let's go ahead and just get into that real quick. So that's pretty nice seeing what the market did. But you can see these zones worked out really nice. Here in the middles where I got in a little bit of trouble, but it wasn't too bad because we were still uptrending, so that kind of saved my butt. So it was okay. So let's go ahead and go over my profit and loss. So not proud of the losers, but that comes with the territory. You can see overall, I averaged about 2.5 profit factor. So it's like my risk reward's like 2.5. My longs were the best, so I was doing 2.8. My shorts was 1.8. So overall, I kept a pretty decent average. Maybe yours is better than mine. I've definitely seen some guys that, are killing me. But overall, I still held my own. My percent profitability is 70% on average. So my longs are 74%, my shorts are 60%. So I had a couple days where I hit 100%. So I think that was Monday and Tuesday, no losses, but it was Wednesday and I think it was Wednesdays when I went down to 50%. Thursday I averaged 84%. And Friday, actually I don't remember Friday. But overall, it was pretty good. So as you can see, here's my total net profit, and that's for the week. So I started trading Sunday night. I ended up taking a small trade Sunday night, and so that was the 9th. And then this runs through the 15th, which is today. But I mean, today there's no trading today. So again, I did overtrade this week though. So this week I ended up trading past my 3 limit that I set for myself. I try to stay under 3 trades. This week I did do a little bit more, but because I knew I was going to be over trading, I did still manage my risk. I did not take all my accounts into battle with me. I only went in with a few. So I think I traded 5 accounts when I was taking some extra trades, but I think I was pretty good with my risk management. I definitely didn't want to give back. I was averaging about 550 per account for the most part. And then once I got into the extra trades, let's see, in some of those accounts, I tacked on like an extra 500 or 1,000 in some cases per account. So it netted in some pretty decent gains. So overall, here's you can see my total net profit for the week. So that's just 1 week, and I gotta say thanks to Apex, because if it wasn't for them, this would not be possible. So definitely appreciate the opportunity that they gave me. And it wasn't easy getting here, but it was definitely worth the struggle, definitely worth the wait. And so I'm looking forward to seeing where this is going to progress going forward. But that's where we're at for this week. If you guys like me doing this kind of a recap, I'd be happy to do this in the future. Just let me know. Go ahead and drop some comments down below. And, I want to hear how your week went too. Did you have some winners? Did you have some losers? Was this week a struggle or was it a piece of cake? Maybe you had like 100% win ratio. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. So go ahead and just drop that down in the comments and go ahead and like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.